Hi everyone, I'm here to show you the application of the Raffaello finish Stucco Roma, combined with the Eternal City, combined with the stucco and marbles that after millennia are still in their splendor. A finish inspired by the artist Gian Lorenzo Bernini, characterized by the minimal texture, just vein by chromatic elements that remember the magic of the colors of Baroque Italiano. Okay, let's see the application now. Here behind me there is a panel in which I applied one coat of Il Primer. Il Primer is a base coat for interior, acrylic and breathable, that is necessary for the adhesion of the material that I'm going to put on. In this case, obviously, we are talking about Raffaello Decor Stucco. For this kind of finish, Roma, we are going to use two different colors in contrast. One is very light and the second one is dark. For this first coat, I'm going to use the light one to cover the primer. The tool I use is the thrower. Okay, the first coat is finished and the surface is covered by the light color. It's time to make the second coat. You can see here we have the first coat completely dry. The first coat that we made with the light color, remember. To dry completely it takes like 6-8 hours depending on the weather conditions and the temperature that are very important. Now, in the second step, in the second coat, by the dark color, by a small quantity that I put on the middle of the trowel, I start to create a diagonal and not regular texture. In this way, look at me. If I want to create a stripe that is more regular, I can put the material on the side of the trowel and move in this way. You see? After that, by the side of the trowel, I can smooth and remove the extra quantity of material that I have on the surface in this way. Okay, I'm satisfied about the texture that I created, so I can tell you the second step is finished. Okay, now it's time to go with the third coat. You can see here behind me the panel with the second coat that is completely dry. We see very easily, looking at the dark stripes that now are completely matte. So, I remember you, first coat with the light color, second coat we created the stripe with the dark, and now we are going to apply by the trowel the light one again, covering the surface, more or less, depending on what kind of texture we want to have finally. So let's see now. So this is the light one, the same that we used for the first coat. So we go first with a small quantity and we cover. Okay, so you can see I covered everything. If I want to cover more the dark stripes, I can go again, just putting a little quantity on the side of the trowel and doing it this way. This is depending only on what kind of texture I want to have. So the third coat is finished. We are ready to make the fourth coat. We see the panel here behind me with the 3 coats already applied that now is completely dry. We are going now to cover the texture by the light color, totally or partially, depending on what kind of effect I want to have. So let's go by the light color on the trowel in the outline. Now we can go by the trowel to remove the extra quantity of material and to make a first little gloss. Okay, smooth, regular and little gloss is finished. If we are not satisfied about the coverage, we can repeat the same step in the way that I show you. Okay, we are ready to make the final coat. We see the panel that we made with this texture that is lightly gloss. Now we are going to gloss again by a special product that is cera per stucco. We are going to apply by the trowel a small quantity on the trowel, and then we have to cover the surface. Okay. After we cover, we can proceed removing the extra quantity of material that we have on the surface. In the same time, we can start to gloss by the trowel, of course, this way. To finish and to help us, we can even use a soft cloth like this that can help to gloss more the surface. We can see immediately that is more gloss. We have our finish here with the texture, regular and gloss. We finished. Thank you very much for the attention. For any question, post a comment. Stay tuned for the next application.